And how you guys doing? Of course, this is crimes against government too. Them burning the mouth dries the mouth and damages teeth and tissue, and that is dehydration attempts of murder. Every time they're looking at my mouth, you always got to file dehydration attempts of murder and teeth mutilation and tissue damage. Them trying to damage the structural facial structure by damaging it with satellites. That's attempted murder. The Royal Protocol is a documentation of my identity. Whether somebody thinks I'm good looking or not, that's not the point in reference to the Royal Protocol. The Royal Protocol is a documentation. It doesn't tell people that they have to claim that they think I'm good looking or anything. The Royal Protocol is a documentation of bone structure, facial tissue, body tissue, and status of body structure. Any dents, damage, injuries is attempts of murder against the government. Don't forget, I was in a coma for a long time when I was little, and the government was found guilty in trying to steal from my parents. So do you understand what that means? That means that the government, don't mess with my fucking nose, you fucking dirty motherfucker. In reference to the information, the satellite man had touched my nose there. The point of information in reference to, somebody might say, oh, they don't think you're good looking. That's not the point. The point is, if there's any damage, dents, scratch, or injuries, or any injuries, it's lawsuits against the government. And the government has to pay up immediately. They've tried to cover it up. They've tried to play tricks. They thought they'd injure me, and then I'd have to heal from it, and then they thought they'd get out of the crime of having to pay me from the abuses that they had done. No, that's bullshit. Government has to pay up for their crimes. I'm not your punching bag. I'm not your toy. I'm not your property. You don't have no right damaging things on my anatomy. And in reference to people trying to use my pictures or pictures of my anatomy, people trying to steal my identity, people need to go into court. People trying to steal from my social media. People trying to claim they thought they'd accuse me, thinking that they thought I was impersonating them when they were using my pictures. There was something on the internet. Somebody had said that. I'm not Middle Eastern, and I'm not German either. I'm proud of my race, of who I am, and religion. So in reference to people trying to steal my identity, or people trying to confuse my identity with somebody from their race as their way of abusing me, or stealing from me, or holding me hostage, or trying to control my life, those people have to get prosecuted for their crimes. And every day that satellite man's hitting my mouth, even just for a second, or if they've done it consistently, which they have been doing it consistently, it is 100% dehydration attempts of murder. And they try to dry rot the inside of people's mouths with their satellites. That causes mutilation, that causes fractures, that causes deterioration, and that is attempts of murder too, against the government. Every fucking time they're doing it. Every second of every day that they've done that to me.